Are you manually fixing Excel text entries? Are you tired of wrestling with inconsistent capitalization, messy spaces, and endless manual edits? In this video, I'll show you how to save hours of time cleaning up text in Excel using 5 handy text functions. Let's start with 3 text functions that help you standardize the case of your text. Proper, which capitalizes the first letter of each word. Upper converts all letters to uppercase, and the lower function changes all letters to lowercase. For instance, with proper here, we simply start with equals, proper, open parentheses, and for each one of these, you're simply going to reference the cell that includes the text that you want to change. For this, it's cell A2, and I'll hit enter because Excel will close the parentheses for me. And now this has become proper case. Now that's what it was before, so let's copy this down. I'll use my fill handle, just double click, and notice how it changes the text for each one of these. Here's upper and lower. So each one of these is making the appropriate case change for us. Once you're happy with the results, remember to paste values so that you can replace these formulas with new clean text. Now, you might paste right on top of that location. In this case, I will highlight the content, copy. For this, I'll Control C and move over to the place where I want to have this cleaned up text. And we'll right click. Here is my paste values. And now I'm ready to go. I'll escape to complete the paste process. If this is the final result I want, I might end up deleting that originating column as well. Combining text entries. Sometimes our existing text may not be formatted exactly the way we need. For example, if these were employee names, I might want to see them as last name, comma, first. So rather than retyping them, we'll use another text function, and that is CONCAT. So that is for combining these. Here's how this works. Equal CONCAT, open parentheses. Next, we reference each of the text values. So our content for this function could be coming from multiple columns. Let's say I want the last name. For this, it's B11, comma. That says we have more. Now, we'd also like to have a comma space. This goes in as a character string. So we need our double quotes. Here is my comma space quote. So this is that we're combining or adding or pasting this together. And you could have other things like hyphens, other text entries, simply introduce them as a character string here. Now, comma says there's more, and here's my first name. I can close parentheses and hit enter. Once again, copy it down. We clearly have some cleanup to do here, and I'll address that as we continue. But here's a bonus option for cleanup that doesn't need the concat function, and that is using your ampersand or and sign. Very much like what we did before, we simply say equal, and let's say I want my first name, space, and my last name. So we reference where the first name is, which is A11, and quote, space, quote. Once again, a character string to introduce anything external to these cells. Ampersand, last name. And this creates a formula with the same idea of combining content for multiple cells. And we'll copy that down. Both approaches get the job done, so find the one that feels most natural and let Excel handle the rest for you. And finally, a text function for cleaning data. Have you ever wondered why your data won't sort properly or doesn't match in your searches? Often this is a result of extra spaces, especially when we have data that we might have downloaded from other sources. So sometimes that data will have leading or trailing spaces, and that can create a lot of problems with consistency. So for this, we'll use the trim function. Trim eliminates any spaces at the start and the end, and if there happen to be multiple internal spaces, those will be replaced with a single space. So let's look at this. I'll open this with a double click because it's already created for you. Now notice this is a combination, and it's very common when we're working with text entries that we may use our case functions, concat, and in this case, trim. So we've used concat to combine the first and last name, added a space between those. We want those to display with proper case. And all of that is nested inside of the trim function, which is cleaning up these leading and trailing spaces. You can see we have some, for instance, with Peter Plum and Tommy Tomato. And so now we can get these all cleaned up. And this is a great way then, once again, for you to have the data look the way you want without having to manually fix this because you might have hundreds of entries that need to be cleaned up. Which of these handy text functions will you use for your next Excel project? To explore more ways to boost your productivity in Microsoft Excel or to join my free tips newsletter, visit thesoftwarepro.com/Excel. If you found this video helpful, please like it and subscribe to this channel for more time-saving software tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.